Hey, what's going on, family? Yo, this is your boy TC, the Hope Dealer, and always pushing you to pursue your purposes, passions, the platforms that I believe God has uniquely allowed you to be birthed into this earth to fulfill. Yo, man, this hit of hope, man. This morning, man, deals with my encouragement for you to release yourself of fears that are holding you back. I remember, man, my youngest daughter at a time when she was a child was having trouble going into the basement when all the lights were out. We stood at the top of the stairs, and I remember her saying, "Pops, I'm scared. I don't want to go down." And I told her, I said, "Well, listen, sometimes you got to go into the dark." And she said, "Well, I don't know what's in the dark." So she was fearful. And so rather than turning on the lights, I said to her, I said, "What I want you to do is begin to understand that just because you step into the dark doesn't mean danger exists." I said, so here's what I want you to do, step by step. I want you to take one step at a time. And as you take a step going into the basement, stepping into the darkness, begin to say to yourself, I'm not afraid. She began to say it at the doorway. Before she took any steps, she began to say, I'm not afraid. She began to say, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. And then she took her first step. I'm not afraid. Then she took her second step and she said, I'm not afraid. And she got down to about the third or fourth step, and she now is completely into the darkness, and she stalled. And she said, Pops, I'm afraid. I said, I know you're still afraid, but you're in the darkness and you have survived. So I want you to keep going. Keep going because you survived the first four steps. Go on into the darkness and prove to yourself that there's no danger even though there's darkness. And she took another step and she said, I'm not afraid. Took another step, I'm not afraid. And eventually she was in the basement in the dark. And when she got to the bottom step, she yelled up, Pops, I'm here. And I flicked on the light. And I said, baby, look around. And she looked around. I said, is there anything of danger around you? And she said, no. I said, listen to me. I want you to remember this. In days in the future when you are afraid, you're going to have to step into the darkness. And I need you to understand that just because there's darkness doesn't mean there's danger. And you can't get to a place that you want to get to sometimes only when the lights are on. Sometimes you're going to have to step into the darkness and understand that while you're in the darkness, there is no danger. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I found out that God is with me. When she got to the fourth step, she yelled up to her father. And she recognized that even though she was in the darkness, she still had access to the Father. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for I found out that the Father is with me. Y'all, there are many of us who are stagnant in life because of fears, and we need to understand that we need to learn to grow ourselves in faith, knowing that even though I got to step into the darkness, doesn't mean that danger is going to have its way with me. And then many times, y'all, we need to step into the darkness to prove to ourselves that the thing that I fear is not actual, that the thing that I think is going to take me out doesn't even exist. And even if it does exist, I have to know that my Father is so close that all I got to do is call out to him and he will give me access to a light that is going to illuminate my situation and let me see that I am safe. And today, man, this hit of hope, man, is pushing somebody to pursue that place that God has for you and not be concerned about the darkness, nor be concerned about the thing that you think may do something to you, but have faith. The Father is closer than you believe. And sometimes you got to take that faith saying, I'm not afraid, believing within yourself that the destination is worth it and the journey is full of faith. It's your boy TC, Theron Michael Cunningham, the Hope Dealer.